Hey guys, my name is Ryan. I am a product knowledge specialist here at Agri Drones, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to go through the activation process and updating process of your J100, your EA Vision J100 drone, remote, and batteries. So for this, we're going to have a couple parts. The first part's going to be done indoor with the remote. The next part's going to be done outside because your drone is going to need GPS during the activation process. So for the remote, it will come in your big phone box. And then another thing that you're gonna need is some sort of power source. You're gonna want to charge it up before you actually start using it. And for what I did is use a included power brick that we're gonna give you in the fuel ups kit, or just an external power source to plug into a wall. That works too. Another thing you're gonna need, for most of you, you're going to need this USB stick that we're going to provide. It's going to have the US software on it because the remote is going to come with the Chinese software, at least the first several drones will. So if you have been told that you have a US version, just ignore that step. Another thing you're going to need is a USB-A to USB-C data cable. This is going to be used for updating the drone itself when we get to that. We're going to plug the remote into the drone, because you're not going to be able to do that particular part over a wireless connection. All right, so for what we're going to do first, I've already charged up our remote. We're going to go ahead and power the drone on, or the remote on. And for some of you, this is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. So unlike DJI or XAG, with this one, you're going to hold onto the power button until the lights down there flash, and then tap it again. So it's kind of reverse than what some of you are used to. All right, so it's going to immediately fire up into the app, but this is not the app that we want. This is the Chinese version app. So we're going to swipe up. This is an Android system, so swipe up from the bottom. There's going to be a square. You're going to tap on the square at the bottom right. Swipe up, close it out. We're going to close out anything that's already open. I already had internet open there. We'll go through that in a minute. So what we're going to need actually to do first is connect her to internet. So to do internet, you're on your home page or any page. You're going to swipe down from the top just like any smartphone. Tap on your internet top left. Connect to your internet source there. I'm already connected. We're going to tap home again, which is a circle at the bottom middle. And then what we're going to do here is on the top of your remote, open up the larger cover. Larger cover, you're going to have a USB-A insert right here. So you've got USB-A, and then on the other side you've got USB-C. This is your charging port. So we're going to need the USB-A here. This is where that thumb drive comes in. So we're going to take that thumb drive, and we're just going to plug it in. Thumb drive's going to light up, do its thing. So with it sitting there, what we're going to do is we're going to swipe up from the very bottom, and from your home page, from the very bottom. And up here, you're gonna have a bunch of different, what they call apps. So we're gonna tap on files. It can be anywhere on there. It's not always, for me, it's the top right. It might not be there for you. And then tap on the top left menu option. Scroll down, you'll see EAV RC50. Nope. You're gonna see disk IMG. Tap on that, and we want access to the large icon. It looks like a little Android in there. It's the Smart Ag Pro. Tap on that. It's going to start doing its thing, and then here it's going to ask you, you want to cancel or continue? We're going to hit continue. You want to update this app? Yes, we do want to update. It's going to install the new update. App installed. Awesome. We're going to hit open. So now it's going to ask us to enter in our username and password. And for our username and password, we need to create an account if you haven't already. You can do this on the CRM. We will have a video inserted here for you to be able to do that. All right, so now that you're back and you've already created your account now, so go ahead and enter in your username and your password. So I'm gonna do here. Again, make sure you've got internet. Hit login. And so I'm going to do a whole bunch of connections here. Again, making sure you've got internet. It is pulling in all of your data from your CRM. So your first time, there's not gonna be a lot of data for it to pull. But if you were logging back into this remote from a different remote or from a different time or a different user, it's going to be pulling a lot of data from your CRM, which is basically where all of your data is going to be stored as far as fields, acres, time you've flown, flight records, stuff like that. At the very end here, when it is done with operations in progress, it's going to reach done, and then there will be a done here in the middle that we're going to push. All right, so there's our done. Hit done. So now we're in our main screen. This is the US EA Vision J100 app. So after we get done, now that we're in the app, the remote is ready to go. I'm going to unplug my USB. We're done with him now. And for this next part, we're going to take the drone. We're going to head outside because we're going to need, again, access to that GPS. So you just want your drone and your remote outside. Make sure you're still connected to internet. So you need to bring a hotspot with you. You can do that. It's perfectly fine. And then you need your USB-A to USB-C cable, and that should be it. All right, see you guys out there. All right, so now that we are outside with the drone so that we can get access to GPS, we need to first start by turning on the drone. So with that, just gonna put your battery in the back of the drone. Same process for your remote. You're going to hold down the power button. Hold down your power button. Everything will start blinking. Tap it once again. You hear it turn on. You'll hear it click and beep as it turns on. That's completely normal. The clicking is your solenoids clicking, and then the beeping is your ESCs and everything else turning on. So now we'll pick up our remote. It will start connecting. It will pop up on this screen whenever it's connected. You'll have manual control at the top whenever it's ready to roll. It'll first say initializing. Once it's done initializing, you'll see manual control, or if it's an automated with the other rocker switch at the top, it'll say fault. That's completely fine. If you want the fault gone, just click your rocker switch to the middle position here, and they'll go to manual control. Either way, nothing is faulting. So we're gonna start with our updates. Again, still connected to internet. Go to device, and from here, we're gonna work our way down. Starting on UAV, going all the way down to battery, skipping a couple here and there, and I'll explain why. So first thing, on the right side, you'll see where it says activate. You wanna tap that. Tap confirm. So after we've done our activation, we're going to just update for now the firmware version. Again, you see update at the right side. Hit update. You want to update to the latest firmware version, which will be the top, and it'll also say latest at the top here, as well as some notes. Go ahead and hit upgrade. This might take a while, so I'll see you in a minute. All right, so now we're back. It is completely updated, and it doesn't give you a confirmation down here, but you'll notice that at the top, at the very bottom of the green here, all the green will be filled out. And it says, please restart the drone. You don't need to restart the drone until we're completely done. So hit close at the top right. Go and hit back. You can skip your base station and your survey tool until you connect them. Whenever you do connect them, I would go ahead and do that here. The app, or the APP, there won't be an update here at the current moment because we just did that from your USB stick. Otherwise, this little icon right here will come out blue whenever you need an update, so I would check that periodically. All right, so now we're on to our RC. So we're going to go to our activation status. You see it shows inactivated. You want to hit activate here, hit confirm. Activation successful. And then you want to again go over here to your firmware upgrade. And before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about your P301 module. So it says upgrade here. You don't need to upgrade that or your ROM. We're just after your firmware upgrade itself in your P301. Your P301 is basically if you want to run a few drones in the field, you want them on different module numbers. So for upgrade is all we're gonna do for now. Firmware upgrade, tap on upgrade. Again, latest at the top, hit upgrade. Let that upgrade, see you in a minute. So we're back. The remote has said that it is finished and it has gone dark screened. That is okay, it is going to restart itself here. This is another reason why I said earlier, don't worry about restarting the remote for whenever you're updating the UAV, because the remote will restart itself whenever it does its own update. Just let it fire back up here. So this is doing stick calibrations. All this can be done in the system. We'll do that later. So back to device. So now RC is updated. Again, RTK station, if you're doing that, or your SuperLink, worry about that whenever you do actually connect it to the remote. Charger, we will do that here in a minute. We're gonna go back inside for that, and I'll show you how to do that, because you actually don't need to plug in your charger for it, which is awesome. The next part is your CPU and your battery. So first we're gonna go do the battery, because the CPU is a little more of a process. So on your battery, you're gonna wanna do this for every single one of your batteries out of the box. So most guys are gonna have 3 batteries to use for all 3 batteries. This is as simple as take a battery out, put it back in, another one, and do it again. Activation status, very bottom. Say activate, you're gonna tap that. Again, tap confirm. Bam, activated. That's all there is. CPU. So this is going to require plugging into the drone with that USB-C cable I had mentioned. So to do this, what we're going to want to do is go ahead and turn off your drone. So turn the battery off first. So hold down your power button, everything starts blinking, tap it again. Now, something else to mention on these drones is there is an internal battery built into these drones. So yes, your main battery is off. We can take that out if we want to. It's off, it's off. What we'll want to do is on your remote, go ahead and X out, and you want to hit auto or whatever mission is set up down here, just tap that. It's going to go on your main drone screen. You can see we're still connected to our drone because of that internal battery. Top right, hit your settings icon, and then on the UAV at the very top of your flight settings, you have a turn off button. You want to tap that. You want to shut down the backup battery, confirm. It's going to count down from 40. Once it gets to 40, then the internal is off. In the meantime, come up to the front of your drone. You're going to need to take off this top cover. Super easy to do. You can kind of reach your hand between the tank and the top of the cover. You'll feel an indent there, kind of like a ledge. Just pull it, pop it off. We're done with that for a minute. We're just going to set it to the side. In here is your main CPU. What we need access to is a small dongle on the left side of the drone. If you're looking at the drone, there's a dongle here with a USB-C plug-in for it. Another way that you can shut off the internal battery is by physically unplugging that battery. And to do that, there's at the top right, again, if you're looking at the front of the drone, the top right where it says 201 SBAT, that is your backup battery. You can just unplug that and they will also disable that internal battery. Smartest to do it by the remote though. So now that we have the drone completely powered off, we're gonna X out of our flight settings, hit the home at the top left. Yes, we wanna go back, and we go back into device, scroll down, go to CPU. So now what we want to do is we want to actually plug our USB-C cable into that dongle that I just mentioned. So we're going to start by plugging in the USB-A. It doesn't matter which goes first here. Plug in the USB-A into your remote. Then take that remote, or take that cable, and plug it into your dongle here. It is long enough so you can just sit it on the ground. When it's connected here, it will say on the screen, do you want to allow this drone, this remote to access this drone? You do want to say yes or okay. Then you will come up on the screen and it will show just a few items. It will show device name, firmware version, and config. Firmware version, you want to tap upgrade at the right side. And again, select latest at the top. Hit upgrade. It wants us to reconnect the CPU, which is part of the process. That's perfectly fine. So we're going to disconnect it, reconnect it, hit OK again, and then it will instantly jump into the firmware update, just like it was with your RC or with the UAV update. So I'll come back to you whenever that's done. So now that it's done, it did pop up with another prompt that says that it reconnect. Do you want to allow this to access this again? Once it has that, you can hit OK again, or you can hit cancel. It doesn't matter, because that is basically it saying, hey, I'm done updating. So from there, you'll also see on our firmware update that everything is updated, update complete, hit close, go back, and now we're gonna unplug everything here. So unplug it from the remote, unplug the dongle, go and close our dust cover on that dongle. A little difficult, but you can get it shoved in there. If you unplug your battery for any reason, make sure you plug that internal battery back in. Take your cover, and it pretty much is just going to snap right back in place. You'll see the clips on the bottom here. There's 4 clips, aligning with 4 clips on the drone itself. Line it up with your RTK stations, push it down. You can hit it twice, you'll hear 2 really good clicks out of it. That's back on. So now we're gonna take this drone and our remote back inside. I'm gonna show you guys the rest of this process, which is just going over your charger. We're gonna show you how to update your charger and a really neat trick that you can do for smaller generators. All right, so now that we are back inside, we want to go ahead and plug in our charger. Your lights will come on, and what we want to do on our remote is go on back up to device again, top left, scroll down to where you see charger. So this is where we're going to be doing an update. So go and scroll down from your top. You want to connect to Bluetooth. Make sure Bluetooth is turned on. Go back to your other screen. Tap on this, click to connect. It wants to find things on your Bluetooth network. Hit allow. Hit rescan. And you'll see your charger pop up. Tap on that. Now we're connected. So activate on the right side where it says activation status. Hit confirm. Now we're activated. And then you want to check your firmware version, update that. Just like everything else, we're already on the current. Perfect, so there's nothing new here. But that's where you want to do that. And the last thing you want to look at here is your charge mode. So your charge mode says fast charging, power setting. This is where you get to change your wattage. So a maximum of 9,000 watts, a minimum of 1,000. So if you have a smaller generator, crank that thing down to, let's just say, 5,000 watts. That means that this charger will not overpower your generator because it's requiring too much power. So I'm gonna hit cancel, and you can see whenever you change it, currently this charger is spec'd out to pull 6,500 watts, not 9,000. 9,000 is your top. That is to get your fastest charge possible off these J100 batteries. All right, so now that you've gone through your activation and updating procedures for your J100, the drone, the remote itself, as well as all 3 batteries, or at least as many batteries as you have, you are now good to go for your initial test flight. Good luck. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns. We'd be happy to help. Thanks.